comes the 2-2 to Brock Holt. And that's in there for strike 3. And he's been thrown out of the ball game. Brock Holt is trying to indicate to Joe West he wasn't yelling at him. He was angry at himself, but West throws him right out of the ball game.
I don't know what Brock said, but it got him a very quick ejection. And I mean, that seems really quick to me from Joe West.
Home runs in those 11 starts.
Now there's an argument going on with Dale Scott and Tim Leeper. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure what happened. But Leeper may have been thrown out of this game.
Normally when you see first base coaches get thrown out, it has something to do with a move. I mean, he's hot. Leeper is really hot right now with the crew chief, Dale Scott. He saw something that maybe Ramos maybe balked or quick pitch. He was really upset on the quick pitch the other night when Donaldson, the one that we were just talking about. Now he's going to carry on his conversation with the home plate umpire.
Dan Iasonia, the home plate umpire. And your point on Friday night was the Donaldson at bat. Martin Perez balked and he quick pitched. And Tim Leeper says all you got to do is interpret the rule book. And if you do that correctly, that would have been called a balk. And the umpires missed it. And so he saw the same type of thing with Donaldson again, and I'm sure that's what he's arguing. And you know what? Dan Iasonia gave him his due. He let him voice his displeasure with the call.
Times out of 100.
And Walters goes down swinging on the curb, or did he get a piece? Let's see. Home plate umpire Carlos Torres apparently said he made contact. Or that, well, let's see.
Well, what Plawecki is saying is that he was running out of the box. Carlos Torres, one of our younger umpires. Walters had given up and was leaving the box because he knows he had missed the baseball. They should really check with the second base umpire, see if he saw anything.
Well, Jerry Davis is the crew chief. He's the second base umpire, and he's coming into the discussion now.
There was no, I don't think there was a foul tip there. That ball bounced almost in front of the plate.
This is not a challengeable call.
It's not a challengeable call, but you can ask the umpire if he, the crew chief, if he saw anything. Here's the breaking ball. Not even touched, not even close. And Terry, from the silent crowd reaction, must have been thrown out of this game.
Well, he should get thrown out of the game. That was a horrible call.
That's right. It might be the biggest call of the game.
On replay, it didn't look like Walters came within a foot of touching that ball.
I'm 200 feet away. I could tell he didn't touch that baseball.
A little frustration starting to boil over here for the Tigers. Doug Eddings expanding the zone a little bit. Nick Castellanos for the second pitch in a row. Thinks he gets jobbed a little bit. Brad Osmus is tossed from the game. He's there he goes. He gets him. Brad's going to come out and give his piece. He doesn't believe he can see the plate, and you can tell Brad very animated right there. A lot of frustration, and takes his jersey off and nicely and neatly covers the plate. So no use of having the white part.
That is, without question, as animated as we have seen Brad Osmus, let alone the whole jersey thing there. But he said his piece to Doug Eddings, who had ejected him on a couple of pitches that appeared to be inside.
Reacts to the swing, and that coach can tell him, hey, they're going.
Wow. That is a pitch that is coming for Aaron Sanchez. And
Dan Iasonia is keeping an eye on Sanchez, and Gibbons has given it to him, and now Iasonia has to be blocked off by Sanchez.
And Russell Martin getting in there. Somebody yelled something after that pitch was called a ball, and you knew it was just a matter of time before John Gibbons got the heave-ho.
Tim Leeper was ejected earlier, and Gibbons has been upset with the umpiring all day long. Dan Iasonia has ejected him from this game.
The argument that Gibby's putting up right here is you're calling that pitch a strike for me. And I don't care if you call it a strike, but let's be consistent. So when my guy throws the ball there, and it appeared that Aaron Sanchez did to Odor, he didn't get the call. And that's what's upsetting John Gibbons and the Blue Jays right now.
Dale Scott, the crew chief, threw out Tim Leeper after a Donaldson fly ball in the 3rd inning. And now Gibbons, who has been questioning the strike.
They just have not been able to hit him consistently.
Tulowitzki strikes out. Mike Winters calls him out, and once again Winters is probably going to hear it from the dugout.
And that'll take the mask off, and that will send John Gibbons. He's 2 for 2. Getting thrown out.
John Gibbons was ejected in the game in Arlington in the 3rd inning for arguing balls and strikes. Mike Winters is the crew chief for this umpiring crew. He's been around a long time, and Gibbons and Winters have been in disagreement over the strike zone all night long.
Yeah, it isn't just this inning. There's a couple of innings it's been like this, and Gibby's had his ear in between innings.
In that game yesterday in Arlington, there were 8 total ejections in the ball game. Leeper and Gibbons were ejected in the 3rd inning in separate incidents. But you can see all the players are up there, and they appreciate their manager standing up for them.